Jennifer is in Reno. How are you, Jennifer?
I'm great. How are you? Thank you so much. You're such a doll. I really appreciate it.
Bless your heart. How can I help?
Dave, we have an elderly mother. She's about 86, a little bit of dementia kicking in, and my sister and I wanted to get her to her doctor to get her to see if she could be declared incompetent because she can't handle her money and finances and all. Mm-hmm. She's refinanced her house 5 times. Bought the house in like 1952 for about $50,000. Now owes $248,000 on it. Mm-hmm. Once we stated to our crazy sister Kelly about this, she took our mother to another attorney and redid her trust and everything, and she became her medical directive, and basically took our mom away from us. She moved into her home, and we've been figuring out after hearing, rethinking of stories that were talks that we've had with our mom, that our sister's pretty much been brainwashing her slowly over a period of time. And all we can have now is a phone relationship with our mother. And I didn't know, we did get an attorney before when our sister, we found out she took her to another attorney. We hired an attorney. And he said, you know, girls, you've already spent $1,000 within just a few weeks. He said, if you want to really put in some money into this, we can continue on. And we decided not to. And I didn't know if you have any other suggestions on what we can do, if there's a group or somebody that could help us out, or do we just need to just walk away?
Well, I think you're left with one of 2 options, and that's what your attorney proposed to you, is that, you're going to spend a lot of money on doing this. Is there a lot of money involved in her estate?
She has, I want to say about $250,000 in an investment account. And then her house, if she were to sell it, it would be worth at least $1.3 million simply because of the location. So
unless your sister has milked that dry since you've been pushed out of the picture, there's some money there.
Yes.
She's burned off some of that, but or possible all of it if she's in control of a power of attorney. I guess the process would probably be to challenge the documents that gave your sister the power were signed by a person who wasn't legally able to sign them because of her medical condition, and you have to bring the doctor forward to prove that, right?
Right.
And you're just going to have to go through that process if you want to fight it. But the problem is it breaks your heart. I mean, it's your mom, and even if she's crazy, she's your sister, and there's this, this angst that just goes, that your heart just breaks. But you're either, realistically, you either just can walk away from it and just go, I'm not going to fight it. I'm not going to spend the emotional energy or the money to go after this situation and to shut my sister down, or I'm going to be all in. You cannot be sort of in on something like this.
Exactly. And
you've got to go all the way. And there's not this mysterious group out there that swoops in and takes care of dysfunctional 65-year-olds. There's just not. Because your sister is the one that's in control of everything, is not listening to anyone.
Correct.
And so, there's no negotiating or reasoning anymore. That's all out the window, I assume.
Yes, it is. Our mother told both Terry and I, you're never to come to my house again. And the sad part is my niece had a baby just recently, and she used to be very close with our mother. And I think my mom has seen the baby maybe once. He's only a couple months old. And she drives over to the house. Our crazy sister Kelly comes out with our mom, gets her into my niece's car, and then she goes and drives her through In-N-Out Burger, which she loves, and has her for a few hours. Yeah, I just like to get the word out to people. Maybe we'll try to start something just to make people more aware.
Well, there's not really anything. There's a legal system, and that's all there is. There's nothing you could have done to have stopped this, short of physically threatening your crazy sister, right?
Yeah.
But that's the only thing you can do is the legal system, and that is to go in and have her physically removed from the situation by the sheriff's department, have your mother institutionalized based on the fact that, and all the power, the legal power, taken away from your sister because it was given to her under the way you're telling the story. It was given to her by a lady who didn't have the mental capabilities to sign that document.
Yes.
And so that could be undone, I would suspect, if everything can be proven out as you see it. Oh. And so that's what you've got to get into. And I don't know. I mean, is it worth it to fight it through emotionally or financially? I mean, you probably could break even. I mean, if you spend $100,000 on this, you probably get it back out of your share of the estate.
Right. And I think just our biggest thing is we just wanted to help care for our mother.
Yeah.
Comes down to it.
Yeah, okay. and you know, there's only one way to do that, and that's forcibly.
Yeah.
That I'm aware of. And I'm, you know, and so I think you've just got to decide: are we going to stand back and pray and just watch this and hope that something happens? Usually doesn't in these situations, or are we going to take action and, you know, legally just completely overwhelm them? And you know, get for your mother's own good, get her out from under the control of this person, and decide that. And you know, you just got to decide if you're willing to do that or not, and is it worth it? And is your mother of the right mind enough that you'd be going against her wishes when you did that? And you know that kind of stuff. I don't. I mean, she stated her wishes, but are they based in her dementia, or are they based in something else? I mean, I don't know. I don't have any idea what's going on here. So, but you guys just have to decide how much hardball do you want to play. But for your sake, I would say make a complete decision and then stay at peace with that decision. And the decision is, we're going to do nothing, and this is really heartbreaking and sad, but I'm at peace with doing nothing. Or we're going to do this. But this thing of the Lone Ranger's going to ride in, or you're going to hear the cavalry trumpets sound, and here comes the cavalry to save you. There's not one. There's not one. You're it. And so you either surrender this and just be at peace with that, or you take up arms and you fight your way through it, and you're at peace with that. And that's the only advice I can give you. But what's killing you, it sounds like to me, is that you still want to fight, but you don't. But I do, but I don't. And I think that having one foot over the fence is what's driving you nuts. And part of that just comes from the fact that you love your mother and your heart's broken over this. Understand that. Understand. I'm sorry you're facing this. A lot of families face this, by the way. A lot of families face this. So this is one of the reasons we recommend, folks, and I'm not sure that this suggestion would have solved that particular situation, but we highly suggest to you that you get your wills done and that you keep them done. I don't care if you're 20 or you're 80, you need a will, and you need to cover your will with everyone that's involved, sisters, brothers, everybody. Have a reading of the will out loud where everybody knows what's going on. And everybody knows what's expected. And then your wishes are very clearly known to everyone. And then if you have an issue with dementia or something, everybody knows what's supposed to happen.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, click the subscribe button to get the latest content and check out these other great clips from the show.